My garbage person is Tommy Tuberville. Tommy Tuberville is the former coach of the Auburn football team, which makes him the perfect candidate to become a senator in the United States. He did a recent interview with CBS 42, a local affiliate, where he said a lot of ridiculous things, and we'll get to the worst in a second. But here's the first thing he said. Well, we got the worst pandemic of my lifetime, and we're worried about impeaching the guy who's only gonna be there 7 more days. Hopefully they wake up and smell the roses. That's not what that saying is. And I've never heard this one, but I'm sure it's real. Wake up and smell the coffee. Smell the roses is when you enjoy things. I don't know why we're running this rabbit down the hole. It's not gonna go anywhere. And it's like, oh, what do you mean? What is your analysis on why this isn't gonna happen? Senator Tuberville. He said this: we probably could have a swearing in and inauguration later after we got this virus behind us a little bit. Again, we're talking about Washington, D.C., so essentially they're not gonna do it. No, we have an inauguration on the 20th because it's in the Constitution of the United States of America, you dumb, flaccid dilder. So we're gonna skip to the next graphic, number 4, that's like, this is from the 20th Amendment, Section 1 of the Constitution. The terms of the president and vice president shall end at noon on the 20th day of January, and the terms of their successors shall begin. That's in the Constitution.
Super clear.
Like, couldn't be more clear. That's one of the many things in the US Constitution that he doesn't know and doesn't care about. And this is someone who is like, I'm gonna object to the process of approving these vote counts. He was one of the first ones to step up and say, I'll challenge it, I don't care. I'm gonna go for it on 4th down, hell yeah. Run the rabbit down the hole. That's not the only thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you remember when Michael tried to appeal to Joe by saying folksy things like she was and he couldn't get it right? How many weird folksy analogies is he gonna stuff into one statement about how he hasn't read the Constitution?
That's an office.
You could have read it. It was an office. You could have read it in that time rather than saying all of that stuff.
But
this
he's
guy
never
is
going
to be. It's going to be a time with this guy and the things he's going to say because he ain't going to learn. Nobody ain't learning at this point.
There are so many people in these positions of power. Like, we've all worked those jobs where you look around and you're like, how are you in charge of anything? You don't know how this job works. You don't know what the functions of it are. I've had to, in previous jobs, had to run things by people who have no clue, no frame of reference, and no interest in doing it. They just want the credit for it going well and for people to like them and keep them in that job. That's Tommy Tuberville. Here's the last thing that I want to add that drives home in the same interview. He says, our government wasn't set up for one group to have all 3 branches of government. Wasn't set up that way. The House, the Senate, the executive, those are not the 3 branches of government.
It's also philosophically not
even remotely true.
I mean, you could make a case like they preferred. No, but that's not the 3. And the same thing happened with Marjorie Taylor Greene or Lauren Boebert too. They just ask every one of these what the branches of government they have. They have no clue what they actually are. They could get one of the amendments right probably, and I could guess which one. And that's probably about it for knowledge of the Constitution.
The 3 branches of government were set up to offset if those get taken over by the same party. And even then, like, he doesn't know anything, man. What if your linebacker showed up on game day and had no idea what a defense was? Tommy, would you run that rabbit down the hole? Moron.
And they don't care. Like, they don't just, someone being intelligent in general, let alone specifically about the Constitution or government or philosophy or whatever, they don't care if the people that they're putting in office are really, 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 really dumb. And that's not good, I don't think. I think that generally being intelligent can be helpful when it comes to government. Anyway, very good garbage person, Brett. For our community garbage person, 23,000 of you voted on the community tab on the YouTube channel. And this week, we had our bottom 3 are very close. Our number 5 garbage person for the week at 10% of the vote are the maskless GOP Congress members for infecting their colleagues. That gives you an idea of how bad this is gonna be. They get number 5. Number 4 and 3 tied, Jim Jordan and Mike Pence. Jim Jordan for continuing to perpetuate Trump's lies. Mike Pence for not invoking the 25th Amendment at 12%. Number 2, whoever wrote Trump on the back of a manatee, I think it was carved into the manatee at 25%. That's not the worst. Well, number 1 is Lauren Boebert at 41% for tweeting Pelosi's location during the siege. That is bad, and she's gonna get worse. If this is where she's starting, can you only imagine what conversations we're gonna be having about her in a year? I don't know, the person who carved Trump into the back of a manatee, that's pretty bad. I feel that deserves to be in there.
Florida man versus Florida manatee.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to everybody who voted.
Yeah. My manatee jokes are, someone might have confused it for Trump and just put a name tag on it.
No,
and
don't say that. What?
And a tattoo artist might have confused it for like someone who just wanted a Trump tattoo. Because that's,
oh my God.
If you want happiness, I know it's so bad, it's horrible. If you want to have a good day, go look at videos of manatees grazing. Do yourself a favor. It's just
do that.
Show. And
they're
it's
very
so
cute.
Sea cows.
Yeah, sea cows.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.